Ever feel like you're being watched? Like there's a story whispering on the wind? Across America, certain places hold on to those stories a little tighter. They're called ghost towns, but not just because of who isn't around anymore. These aren't your amusement park haunts. Real ghost towns were booming once, full of life, until they weren't. The reasons vary, but the result's the same. Buildings left to the elements, secrets kept by the dust. Join me, won't you, as we explore some of America's creepiest abandoned towns. We'll dig into their pasts, laugh, a little nervously, at the legends, and maybe, just maybe, feel a chill down our spines. Gold Rush. The very mention of it conjures images of adventure, fortune, and the wild, untamed West. Those two words built up more towns, and then abandoned them, leaving behind echoes of a once thriving past, than almost anything else in American history. These towns, now ghostly remnants, tell stories of dreams and despair. Bodie, California is a prime example. Once a bustling hub of activity, it now stands as a testament to the fleeting nature of fortune. Back in the 1870s, it was the place to be, a magnet for those seeking their fortune. Place to be if you liked saloons, shootouts, and striking it rich, or at least telling people you did. The town was alive with the sounds of ambition and adventure. If you liked saloons, shootouts, and striking it rich, or at least telling people you did. The saloons were filled with laughter, the streets with the occasional gunfight, and everywhere, the hope of gold. Today, Bodie's a state park, but it's frozen in time. Walking through its streets is like stepping into a living museum. They don't rebuild, just maintain. The goal is to preserve the authenticity of the past, to keep the stories alive. Walk through the schoolhouse, desks still cluttered, and try not to think about the children who once filled these rooms with laughter and learning. Giggle from the next room. It's as if their spirits linger, whispering tales of yesteryears. Legend has it that Bodie's cursed. The eerie silence and decaying buildings add to the mystique. Take a souvenir? Bad luck will follow you. Many have tried, and many have regretted it. Sounds like something made up to scare tourists, right? But the stories persist, adding an extra layer of intrigue to this ghost town. Except the Bodie Museum has a whole display of objects returned by spooked visitors claiming just that. These returned items serve as a chilling reminder of the town's haunted reputation. What's creepier than a ghost town? How about one that's been on fire for over 60 years? Yes, you heard that right. A fire that has been burning beneath the surface for more than 6 decades. Welcome to Centralia, Pennsylvania, where the ground itself is the enemy. This once thriving town is now a shadow of its former self. Back in the 1800s, coal mining was king here. The town flourished, thanks to the rich coal deposits beneath its soil. But in 1962, a fire started in the mines beneath the town. It was a small fire at first, but it quickly spread, becoming an unstoppable inferno. And it never went out. Today, Centralia is mostly deserted. The once bustling streets are now empty, and the buildings stand as silent witnesses to the past. The government offered buyouts. Most folks took them. They packed up their lives and left, seeking safety elsewhere. But a few stubborn souls stayed. They refused to leave their homes, their memories, their lives. They say their homes are safe, the fire's moving slow. But you have to wonder, what's it like? Living on top of that much heat, that much potential danger. The ground beneath them is a ticking time bomb. Imagine the constant worry, the ever-present threat. It's a life on the edge, quite literally. The creepiest part? Graffiti Highway. This stretch of road has become an eerie canvas for street artists. Route 61 used to run through town, but the fire cracked it open. The once smooth asphalt is now a jagged, broken path. Now it's covered in street art, messages to the void. Each piece of graffiti tells a story, a message left behind in a place where few dare to tread. Beautiful, and more than a little unsettling. It's a haunting reminder of what once was and what could have been. Ever wanted to visit a ghost town that requires a plane ride and maybe some ice picks? Kennecott, Alaska is calling. Nestled in the heart of the Alaskan wilderness, This place is not for the faint of heart. This place was a copper mining boomtown in the early 1900s. It was a bustling hub of activity, drawing workers from all over. Harsh conditions, but the money was good. For a while. Miners braved the cold and isolation for the promise of prosperity. By the 1930s, the good ore was gone. The once thriving mines fell silent. Kennecott was abandoned practically overnight. Families packed up and left, leaving behind a ghostly reminder of a bygone era. What makes it eerie isn't just the isolation, but the palpable sense of history frozen in time, or the buildings left as is, as if the workers might return any moment. But the sheer scale of the place. Massive structures loom over the landscape, a testament to its industrial past. This wasn't some small-time operation, this was industrial might, a powerhouse of its time, now swallowed by the wilderness. Nature is slowly reclaiming what was once a human stronghold. You can visit Kennecott today, but it's not easy. Tours are limited, weather's unpredictable, the journey itself is an adventure. But hey, if you're looking for a ghost town experience that's truly off the beaten path, a place where history and nature collide, well, this one's about as off as it gets. It's a journey back in time, to a place where the echoes of the past still linger.